Hi, you're in class with Dr. T. Guys, don't be a bozo. Stop calling people a liberal as an insult. You sound so stupid doing this. Today, I want to talk about liberalism, an ideology of open debate and misunderstood nuances. In contemporary discussions, the term liberal is often used pejoratively, painting those labeled as such as having unrealistic or misguided views. However, this simplistic use of the term liberal obscures the complexity and historical richness of liberalism as an ideology. Liberalism, far from being a monolithic stance, is a framework that values democracy, freedom, and open debate. Conservatives and progressives alike operate within various forms of liberalism, believing in democratic principles and the exchange of ideas. To understand liberalism truly, we need to explore its origins, evolution, and diverse manifestations across history, from the American, French, and Haitian revolutions to modern political landscapes. Rather than dismissing liberalism as a narrow ideology, recognizing its depth and variety can foster a more meaningful dialogue about what it means to pursue a democratic and just society. Liberalism as a philosophy emerged in the 18th and 19th centuries, shaping revolutionary movements such as the American Revolution, the French Revolution, and the Haitian Revolutions. Each of these movements, in some way or form, embraced liberal ideas, albeit with distinct aims and interpretations. In the United States, the fight against the British monarchy was rooted in a liberal conviction that people should not be governed by arbitrary power. The resulting structure, a republic with an executive and representative branches, represented a limited form of liberal governance focused on individual liberties and checks on government power. That's liberalism, my friend. The French Revolution further illustrated liberalism's diversity. This revolution targeted the monarchy and aimed to establish equality, citizenship, and freedom from oppression, even if these ideas were imperfectly realized. The Haitian Revolution took yet another form of liberalism. That's right, where enslaved people fought and achieved their freedom from the French Empire, challenging the racial and colonial hierarchies that bound them. Although each of these revolutions embraced some version of liberalism, they pursued different goals, reflecting how flexible and diverse liberalism can be. Liberalism has been essential to the expansion of democracy and the challenging of arbitrary social hierarchies. But it has also harbored contradictions. In early American democracy, political participation was limited to white male property owners. Over time, however, the liberal ideals of freedom and equality demanded a broader conception of citizenship. Liberalism, as it matured, began to advocate for societies where success was based on talent and effort rather than birth or privilege. Though it did not seek to eliminate all hierarchy entirely. A critical aspect of liberalism is its openness to debate and the inclusion of diverse perspectives, even those that may appear conservative. For example, Porfirio Diaz, the Mexican leader before the Mexican Revolution, identified with liberalism despite his conservative policies and his strict control over Mexican politics. Right? Porfirio Diaz was almost near dictatorship in Mexico from 1876 to 1911, but he was imbued with ideas of liberalism, right? So even he, who was autocratic, was a liberal in the case of Mexican history. Similarly, Milton Friedman, an economist known for his support of free market policies, also represents a brand of liberalism known as neoliberalism. Although Friedman's ideas emphasize market freedom and limited government intervention, he still operated within a liberal framework, advocating for democracy and the free exchange of ideas. This flexibility demonstrates that there are many ways to approach liberalism, whether one leans progressive or conservative. Liberalism remains an ideology rooted in democracy, debate, and a belief in human potential. The New Deal era introduced another significant phase of liberalism, emphasizing economic rights alongside political ones. Under Franklin D. Roosevelt, liberalism expanded to include programs such as Social Security, unemployment insurance, and public works projects, ensuring Americans had a safety net. This New Deal liberalism embraced the idea that government could play a role in protecting citizens' welfare and promoting economic stability. Lyndon B. Johnson's Great Society programs took the vision further, addressing poverty and racial injustice through initiatives like Medicare, Medicaid, and the Civil Rights Acts. These programs, which remain essential today, reflect a version of liberalism concerned with ensuring basic rights and opportunities for all citizens. However, this progressive interpretation of liberalism is only one part of a larger spectrum. When someone dismissively calls an individual a typical liberal, they often ignore this diversity within liberal thought, oversimplifying liberalism as merely progressive, despite its openness. It's always been open to conservative and neoliberal perspectives. One of liberalism's defining characteristics is its openness to debate and its ability to accommodate diverse views. Both conservative and progressive thinkers contribute to the liberal tradition by advocating for democracy, freedom of speech, and fair governance. The New Deal and Great Society expansions of liberalism may align with progressive goals, but there are other valid approaches within liberalism. Milton Friedman's neoliberalism, with its emphasis on free markets and limited government, exemplifies a conservative form of liberalism. I personally don't agree with Milton Friedman, yet Friedman's ideas remain part of the liberal tradition. There's no denying that, rooted in a belief in individual freedom and democratic governance. This pluralism highlights there is no single correct way to be a liberal. The liberal ideology encompasses a range of views on governance, economic policy, and individual rights. While some may see liberalism as synonymous with progressive policies, the reality is that liberalism has a long included conservative voices. It has long included conservative voices and ideas. An honest engagement with liberalism requires recognizing its diversity and complexity rather than reducing it to an abstract ideal. In summary, liberalism is a broad and flexible ideology that spans progressive, conservative, and neoliberal perspectives, all united by a commitment to democracy, freedom, and most cherished, open debate. Throughout history, liberalism has driven movements that challenge oppressive power structures and expanded democratic ideals, right? It has expanded democratic ideals, but it has also accommodated conservative ideals that prioritize market freedoms and limited government. As an ideology, liberalism values the free exchange of ideas and the potential for societies to grow and improve through dialogue. You heard I said dialogue and debate. To dismiss liberalism as a narrow or unrealistic ideology misses its broader significance. It's ignorant to not understand this. Liberalism is not a single or monolithic concept. It is an ongoing conversation how to achieve a fair, democratic, and just society. That requires debates, y'all. Embracing the nuances of liberalism allows us to engage in deeper discussions about its roles in shaping our world and to recognize the many ways in which we can advocate for freedom, democracy, and the common good. Rather than reducing it to an insult, understanding liberalism in all its complexities invite us to think critically, for us all to think critically, right, about what it means to participate in a democratic society. So don't be a bozo. Stop using the word as an insult. Liberalism is a way in which we can all have a dialogue in a democratic society. Thank you. Please share, please like, please subscribe, and smash that bell.